Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with Linda McQuinn to do the North Country Fishing Report for this week. And I got to tell you, the reason I bring Linda in is a lot of times she sees things like probably some of you that listen to this that hear terminology or techniques and you don't have a clue what we're talking about. So maybe we can make a couple things a little clearer. So Linda, today let's start out. Do you remember, Linda, when we were doing a sports show this year down by Utica? And we had somebody come into the booth that brought in a number of lures that he wanted me to try. He said he'd been watching my show for years. And they were lures that he had made using mesh.
I do remember, yes. And you were very intrigued about this possibility.
Yeah, and I tried to describe it, and I don't know if I describe it well, but what he does is with the soft plastic baits that he used, and I think people out there that have fished with soft plastic baits know that when you hook a fish, they'll jump in the air, and a lot of times they put so much pressure on that lure that the lure will come off the hook.
Because the plastic doesn't last forever.
No, it gets frayed and pulled out.
Yes.
And so this is their attempt to make it so that whatever lure you put on, it's going to last you. You're not going to be throwing money away all day.
Yes. So this gentleman was very excited about this new discovery, if you will, the utilization of this mesh in the lure, and you were equally excited because you had never heard of that before.
And so I came back and I called Dave Swanson, who has helped us do so much in terms of our website that he has and the videos that he shoots, and he replays these radio spots that we do 2 weeks later so that people from other areas can do it. But anyway, I know Dave makes a lot of his own lures. So I told him about this, and lo and behold, this last week, Dave has started to do the same thing, and he's had fantastic results. So I said, Dave, tell me how you do this so I can describe it on the radio for people. And he says, well, when he pours the soft plastic to make a frog, which is what he's using, he says it comes in two halves. In the lower half, he lays down flat, and then he puts a series of this mesh on top of it, pushes it down before he does the top half of the mold. And so this mesh, what it does is now it's inside the plastic. It doesn't affect it in any other way other than it holds your hook in. Your hook doesn't come out of the lure.
And so I would assume that it becomes a stronger lure because of the introduction of that type of product. So the way that Dave described this was really very, very interesting.
He said he used the same frog all day and caught 5 or 6 fish that he remembered actually landing.
Now, can you imagine what this would be like for the
largemouth
muskie
bass
season?
Yeah, well, for just about anything where people are using soft plastic baits. Not so much for muskies, honey, but for bass in particular, because people that go and buy these baits, they'll use a whole ton of them in a day's time.
Well, I was remembering when you've talked about fishing in the Grass River and how the muskies lay along the bank and they wait for frogs.
Yeah,
that's what I was relating.
because you're thinking, okay, they're going to come out and hit these frogs too. Well, they would, but in the case of muskies, I don't think they're throwing the bait as much as what a smallmouth does when it comes flying out of the water. The neat thing about this too is the guy had studies where people in one of the Finger Lakes had cleaned the bass that they caught, and they found all kinds of soft plastic lures in the stomach of the bass, meaning that after these baits fly off your hook, they fly back into the water, and the bass will see them on the bottom, and they'll come up and suck them in and eat them.
Yeah, interesting. That's very interesting.
I think it is. Well, what Dave has said, he's going to start filming himself making these so all of you can understand what we're talking about, because it really does make a huge difference.
Yes, and he probably will have his films on his YouTube channel, upnorthny.com.
He will.
Yes.
And the other thing, he's sending me a pair of special glasses that he just got that has a camera in the lens of the glasses, so I can wear these and start shooting videos about some of the things I'm talking about here on the radio, and hopefully people can see them. I'm not a technoid like Dave.
That sounds like it'll be an interesting adventure.
Well, whatever I'm looking at, this camera in the glasses is going to record. It's not going to be looking at me. It's going to be looking out where I'm looking at the fish.
And there have been a number of times when I've been on the shore watching you and the things that happen when you start casting, because you never stop once you're there. So it would be an adventure for viewers, for sure.
Well, anyway, I'm glad you can come on and help me explain things that maybe are a little difficult for me, but they seem to go good for you. So until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner and Linda with the North Country Fishing Report.